Hi everyone, Luca from lucasgisbertphotography.com, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick tip on getting some great wedding rings picture with very little. The only thing you're going to need is some tinfoil. You're going to need a glass, which you can pretty much find in any weddings, and your own lighting. So I personally use the ice light. After you may use flash, it doesn't matter, but the principle is the same. After you can just put your own touch of personality. So let's jump in and let me show you how to do it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is kind of find a place where you can do it. Now, I normally give myself 3 to 5 minutes to get those wedding ring shots. You can already spend 20 or half an hour trying to test, and you kind of need to work out what you're going to be doing before you do it. So when it's time to do it, when you find the time, you get the rings from the bride and groom, then you come to your place and you do the picture. And this will take me less than 3 minutes to do, but I'll take my time just to show you. So what you do is take your tinfoil, and what you're going to do, you're going to want to really make it very no slick. It's got to have this rough edge everywhere. Not quite easy to do, right? Okay, once this is done, what you want to do is wrap something in it. And I will be using this, but it doesn't really matter. You can just wrap anything you want in there. What this is going to create is that's going to create our background. And the reason why this is creating a background, because once you've really kind of wrapped it and all this, you create lots of highlight and shadow, which gives you a really nice bouquet. So we're going to put this here. Then I'm going to get the camera ready. So I use a D800 with 60mm macro. Now you don't have to use a macro lens. Now if you don't have one, just use a 50mm 1.4 is good, even a 24 to 70. Now you're going to want to push your aperture quite high, so you don't really need to have a very fast lens. Okay, that's a 2.8, but I won't be shooting at 2.8. I'll be probably shooting at maybe f11 to 16, depending on the lighting and depending on the effect you want to do. So so I've got my camera ready. Now I use the engagement ring of my wife, and then I'll be using my ring. So we'll have 2 rings here. And so what we're going to do is get the camera a little closer so you can have a proper look at what I'm doing here. Okay, so I like to personally use a reflective area. And the reason for that is because you'll get a couple of rings. So what I always do is obviously set up my ring first. So I'll put well, you can pretty much put it whatever you want. So I'll pull it this way so it looks like that. After, you can use blue tack to kind of keep it more in that direction, which I like to do as well. I just don't have it with me now. But really the purpose is just to show you what happened using this and using the glass. So I've got this ready. And what you want to do is put the glass upside down and put it just on the side of the ring. So looking at from this way. Right, so let me just show you what I'm seeing here. So I've got the background here. I will have the ring here, and I will have the glass, which will be just on the side here. So it will be covering a part of the lens. Now my camera will be there. So let me just go back into the other position. So you can we don't worry too much about the lighting first. What we don't want to do is take a first test shot. So when we have our test shot done, we can then work out the lighting. So I'm going to be shooting on auto, raw. I'm just going to take a rough shot just for the composition, which is going to be on aperture priority. I'm going to push the ISO to 1600 here. Now I do recommend that you use a tripod when you do this if you can. The live view is also very efficient when you're working like this, because so, I'm quite low here, and right. So okay, I personally like to use Dutch angle when doing this kind of pictures. Now some people may not like it, so if you don't like it, just don't do it, but don't No need to remind me that you don't like it, that's fine. Okay, focus manually. Okay, and now I'm going to just slowly put the glass in front of it and make it something like that. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting something pretty nice. I personally really like what was done here. It's hard to define really what is going on. The only thing I'm going to probably try to do is get a little lower so I can get a bit more of the tinfoil in the back. So again, get my focus right, then the glass comes in. Okay. Okay, not bad. So now what I want to do is bring a bit more light. Now I do have my light on top here, which kind of is pretty bad. Let me just kind of draw this the ISO a bit. Okay. Okay, we see a bit better here. So obviously the light's going to look a bit blue because of the temperature I'm shooting at, but and what the light's going to do is now you really need to have or a tripod to put your camera on or a light stand to put your light on, because it will be difficult to do everything together. For example, here I'm just going to pull it like that because the ice light balance pretty well, so I can just pull it like this and it will stay like that, which is great. So I'm going back with my camera again, focus on the ring. I'm using the live view here because it just provides me with a much better okay. Now I'm getting something very nice. Now what I want to do is increase the aperture a bit. So I'm going to go up to, let's say, 8. Now lighting, I'm shooting at ISO . Okay, so let's have a look here. Where am I ring? Here we go. Here we go. Now we're starting to get something very cool. Okay, so really what I wanted to do is just stop here, just to show you the few pictures I've done. But really, the reason I stopped quite quickly is to kind of, I don't want you to do the exact same. What I want to do is use whatever is around you. And I mean, I use tinfoil. The main things about this picture is tinfoil and a glass. And these are the only elements which were really needed. Now, using a macro lens, yes, it's better. Using an ice light, well, it's kind of the type of light I use for my macro picture, but a flash will work as well. A cheap LED light will work as well. A torch could work as well. So don't kind of stop yourself at the equipment you have. What is really important is use what you have around you with your imagination and try to make your own thing. I mean, I could have used easily a flash with a gel on. I would have there is no limit to what you can create there, but give it a try. As I say, you know, with under 3 to 5 minutes with this, you can get an amazing ring shot that really gonna make people think, how did he do this? So that's my tip for today. I hope you like it. If you like to see more, just subscribe and make a post, put a post below, and that's it. Cheers, thanks, bye. Hi, thanks for watching this video. Just wanted to let you know about our Facebook group, which is growing, and what's happening in this group. We discuss a lot of things about new products, but also give tips to each other about photography. So pretty much anything from focusing tip to maybe the Brownizer method or other things like that. The thing which is quite interesting is I'm kind of setting up some competitions there, kind of warming up and put a better group, but it will be some giveaway provided by our sponsors. That's been agreed. I just want the group to be growing, and so we can have more content and more people to get this competition sorted. But it's a great group just to have a conversation with other photographers, meet other people from other parts of the world. So come and join us. I put the link down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really cool. There is no rules, or just be yourself and have fun. Cheers. See ya.